Dear Breion, you have overcome some habits, but you still have a lot that no longer serves you. Girl, let's talk about it. Welcome to Breion's Diary, where we are healing, growing, building our confidence and self-esteem. So today we are starting our new series, which is the mind. It is the mindset shift series. So let's get into it. So every morning I get up and I ask God to give me a Bible chapter to read, and even during those times, those random times when I'm in my head or whatnot, which I don't as much anymore. But anyway, He gave me Proverbs 16 one day, and the first 3 verses really stuck out to me. I'm going to read them to you. So let me flip to it really quick so I can read it to you guys. It is here. To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. All a person's ways seem pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. The second verse is what really stuck out to me. I felt that conviction. I tried to ignore it at first, but you really can't ignore God's conviction. And the guilt that you feel inside, it will eat at you until you face it. It's not a good feeling. I can sit here and say I don't hurt anybody, I'm a good person, and while all of that may be true, I am those things, but I am those things most times, but it still doesn't mean that I don't have ways about myself. Everybody does. So reading that verse showed me that we can all see what others are doing to us, we can see how others are hurting us, and think that we are holier than thou, but it's God's job to judge, not ours. We can smile in people's face and come off as the nicest person, and everyone can think that we do no wrong, but God sees our hearts. And let me say this, for example, sometimes we may not even realize that we sometimes can compare ourselves to others and experience jealousy, because it may not be it may not be our intentions. And you might say that because you're not a jealous person, but jealousy is an emotion, and we are humans, and humans experience emotions. We may not see it as that, but God sees it. So sometimes you have to allow Him to cleanse your heart of that. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I have very, very few people in my life that actually tell me about myself. And so that's why my relationship with God is so important to me, because God shows me areas in my life where I am wrong and I can improve. I told my sister-in-law about Proverbs chapter 16, and she said she feels like God wants me to be more selfless. Serena, I love you. You taught me so much. But anyways, I pondered on that for a whole day because I thought I was selfless. And I told y'all it takes me a while to process things. So anyways, I was sitting with my mom the next day, and I asked her if I was selfish. She thought about it for a while, and she said, not necessarily, but she said I hurt people unintentionally. And I was like, me? And she was like, yeah, you do. So then I spent a whole day processing that. And I finally got a deeper understanding of the meaning when they say hurt people. I'm not responding to that right now. Hurt people. I was so focused on healing and how much I've been hurt that I didn't think about how much I was neglecting others and the fact that others were going through things as well. Now, the other side of that, in reality, sometimes you do have to take a step back. I truly get it that everybody is going through something, and I know I may sound a little contradictory right now, but I like to view things from all perspectives. Now, in healing and becoming self-aware, me backing away from others allowed me to be able to spend time with myself and look in that mirror, as I have been doing for the past few months. No, it's not good to sit there and be in your thoughts, because that can become dangerous, but it's only dangerous when you sit in all of that without God. When you sit in that and not know your own strength, when you sit in that and not know how to ask God to protect your mind against the enemy, and sometimes even yourself. And so, but anyways, getting back on topic, when you're surrounded by people and you don't have the mental capacity or the mental clarity, it will project. And at least it did for me. I'm speaking in my case. And when you don't have others around, you don't have anyone to put blame on, or you don't have any reason to make excuses, you can finally see yourself in situations you have been in clearly, almost like you allow yourself to be on the outside looking in. You know how you ask someone to give you advice on a situation and they can tell you exactly what's going on? It's because they are not in it directly, so they can see it clearly. It's the same thing. Separating, if needed, allows your mind to clear, or what we may call sometimes a brain fog starts to disappear. But this only will happen if you're willing to look at yourself, your own actions, reflect back, take accountability. You know that word be fighting with me. And allows yourself to be self-aware and reflect back on others and how God, and allow God to show you what He needs to show you about yourself and others as well. You may very well realize that sometimes it was you that have not served other people's highest good, and work on improving yourself moving forward, because you're now aware of the changes you need to make and take actionable steps to make those changes. Also, you will see clearly who does not serve your highest good, and who you're trying to become, and move accordingly in that area as well. So I hope all that made sense. But yeah, God showed me some of my prideful, comparing, jealous, selfish ways, and I'm allowing Him to work on me in these areas, because I personally, this is just my opinion, I feel that a person with all that in their heart is just bitter and miserable. And I like being joyful, happy, and in my own lane. It's so peaceful for me. And I work hard to get it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. This is all just a part of changing our mindset. So I hope this video helped you and open your mind, eyes, and your heart. And you don't have to own up to these things to anybody else, but you can own up to it to God and allow Him to help you in this area as He did with me. So remember, healing isn't linear, it is a journey. And here at Breion, we are healing together. We are moving forward, we are changing our mindsets and becoming that person that God meant for us to be. All right, I love y'all so much. Bye. Mwah.